One of the highlights of the weekend for me, probably for you, probably for anyone who has two eyes and watched the A-League on the weekend, was Adrian Segecic coming off the bench and scoring a hat-trick, man. I mean, I've thought this kid had something about him for a little while now. The evidence is now starting to mount. Last season he spent it on loan in the second division in the Netherlands, and he's come back. And he just seems more hardened, more, I don't know.
He's got a grit between his teeth as well. Like he's got almost got a point to prove every time he's on the pitch. The thing I like about him, if you look before he scored his first goal in this game, he actually missed a huge chance, and it didn't affect him. And the other thing I like is how he hounds defenders. He's so kind of relentless with his energy, and I think that for Sydney, every time he's come on, he's been almost a revelation. And 3 fantastic goals. I mean, that third goal there was, probably the goal of the round, I think. So he's been fantastic, and I think for Sydney perspective, if he continue this form, then it's going to be great for them.
Loves a celly.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
He does.
But you know what, man? If you're scoring a hat-tricks and you're waiting until the second half to do the night, then it's okay with me, I reckon. He's sort of learned a little bit about that. Let's hear a little bit now from him. He spoke after the game on the weekend to Tara Rushton.
Obviously, for me, it was massive to go overseas and, get a lot of game time overseas, especially, playing every 3 days, and to come back here and use that experience. Look, I've never felt so confident stepping on the pitch and so relaxed. So I definitely think, going over there and coming back has been a massive experience booster for me to come here and get the job done.
So the interesting thing about him, Tommy, is that he is off contract at the end of this season, which doesn't sound great for Sydney FC because it seems like they might lose him for free potentially. Apparently, from people I've been speaking to, he might sign an extension, he might not. They might sell him in January, they might not. If he was to leave at the end of the season, though, and walk, they would be entitled to training compensation, which I think a lot of fans probably not aware of. Some clubs up until last few years in Australia weren't even aware of it, to be honest.
And that can be significant.
It can be, and because he's been on their books for a long time, I think he joined them as a young teenager. That tallies up with the rather complicated calculations of how much money they get. I think there's no bad scenario here for him. They either keep him, they either sell him for more than what they'd get for training compo, or he walks and they get a good amount.
It has been a kind of a theme for Sydney FC, and they've always found it difficult to keep their promising young attackers because they always, Sydney FC is known exactly.
Great example.
Because they're known for obviously getting the higher profile names, which we all love. But one of the negative consequences of that is them not getting the starting minutes that they would like. But I think that he has put his foot forward to be starting matches from now, and it'd be interesting to see what way that goes.